Welcome back, and now we'd like to show you the post puller. Everybody's got a 4x4 or a 6x6, maybe a chunk of concrete, something you're trying to pull out of the ground, maybe when you're putting another fence in, we want to put the post in the same spot. Well, this is going to help you out. No guarantees always that they'll get every post out, but you can apply a lot of pressure to pull something out of the ground with one of these. So this post puller is nothing to start, it's all mechanical. Your post is stuck in here out of the holder. This is your prying post. You slide this out, and that's where you're going to pull down to pull your post out of the ground. Now remember, in your post, it could be a lot of concrete around it, could be very little, could only be in the top, none on the bottom. The post could be the concrete when they poured it, could have been wrapped around, when they poured the concrete, could be wrapped around roots. In the meantime, something could have grown around it or past it. So there's a lot of different variables or conditions when you're trying to pull posts out of the ground. Plus, if your post is rotten, you're not going to be able to do much to pull on. You may be wrapping a chain around the concrete that the post is in and trying to pull that out of the ground. Now, you also sometimes have to put up with suction in very wet areas down the bottom of your post or below your concrete. They could create a suction, which makes it hard to pull up. Sometimes you got to drive a rod or something beside the concrete, and you'll even hear the air releasing sometimes when there's a lot of suction in the bottom of the concrete when the posts were put in. So the easiest way to use this is have this right straight. If my post I want to pull out is here, and we're lucky enough to have something we can pull on, then my let's just say for sake of argument it's a 4x4. You've taken all the boards down, you want to pull these posts out of the ground so you can put your next fence post in. This one may be a little getting a little rotten. So make sure that you're pulling, or when you're using this is straight. If this is getting over on an angle in any direction, you do not have the pulling force that you want. It's got to be straight. So if this chain comes with it, you may have to provide other chain or heavy rope to wrap around your post. But the main idea of this one here is that this chain goes into the puller. This will hook onto the chain that's on your post, or in some cases you're lucky enough it's a 4x4, we have one of these little adapters, and the hook goes in here. This slides over the 4x4, so when it's pulled it goes on an angle and pull your post out of the ground. Now if your post breaks or you're not able to use that, then you may have to use the choker of the chain, which is at the other end of this chain. You put this end into the top of the puller. If it's short enough, you'd wrap this around, then you'd choke your chain, and you could pull around their post in this manner. Steel posts, you might want to do that this way. But you may need another piece of chain or something. Be aware of that. So when you're going to do this, you'll have this post up in the air. This is where the wife comes in. She'll come in, she'll be glad to help you. She'll hold this up for you. And then you can hook this on to the bottom, either like I said, that attachment, or choked around your post. And then once you're solid, then you're going to be pulling down and hopefully pulling your post out of the ground. Now, then you'll slide it down the post again, and then you'll pull up, down again, just like a jack. Now, if you've got concrete around that post, be aware that's going to come out of the ground. It's got to have somewhere to go. So you may have to build yourself a couple of 6x6s and maybe another piece of 2x10 or 6x6 across it. Put this on top of it, so as you're pulling up, that piece has got somewhere to go underneath the puller, because you want to keep this straight and as close to the puller as close to your post as possible. Now, sometimes you're pulling out T-posts, small 2x2 posts. That's what this is for. Just so grab around it, and this will hook into your larger hook like we had it before for the other attachment. This will hook into here. It's kind of nice that it just splits open. You can just wrap it around it. Then you're going to put this back into the puller. Then of course, as you're pulling down, this is going to pull up and pull your posts out of the ground. Easy to pull T-posts out because they're just driven into the ground. In the wintertime, you're putting up snow fences, possibly around the farm or anything. Well, you can use this easily to pull your posts out for the next season. So that's just an overview of your post puller. Take your time, and hopefully you'll have a good project. and don't forget to subscribe.